Hey guys, in this video we're going to be checking out the new Eachine E55. This is a very small foldable Wi-Fi FPV drone, and it even says here on the box that this is the world's smallest foldable drone. It's about the size of the palm of my hand here, and everything you see here on the table is what it comes with. There's not much. You get a little charger for the battery, you get some spare props, screwdriver, instruction manual, and a little pouch for storage. This is basically an updated version of the E50, and as you saw in that review, basically has foldable arms. So this one did not have the foldable props. So they've taken the concept one step further, and to shrink this down more, they have foldable arms as well as foldable props. It's not a whole lot to this model. It's a Wi-Fi FPV model, so there's no transmitter. You're going to bind this to your smartphone or tablet, and basically I think the operation is going to be pretty much the same. So let's go ahead and take a look at this unfolded. Okay, so we'll take a closer look at this with the arms out. As you can see here, that the props are foldable. The motors are in the arms, just like on the E50, and it's geared. The motors look like they're 7mm motors, although I didn't see any specs on what these motors are. Got your power button here on top. Got your battery compartment on the bottom. And looks like we got a single one cell 300 milliamp hour battery with a micro low C connector. So the camera is actually kind of hidden here. It's right there. It's kind of buried inside, and it looks like one of those Pico cameras with a pretty narrow field of view. So I don't think a lot of the quad here is going to show up in the video, but the field of view is so narrow that anything you're going to be pointing the video at has got to be pretty far away to come out in the video. If you're really close to it, it's going to look like it's like magnified, like really close. Here's a quick look at the manual. I expect this to look pretty much the same as the E50 in terms of binding and such. You have to get the same app here for Android. It's a Wi-Fi FPV app. And it looks like the setup and everything is pretty much identical. So we'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and download the app and bind it up, and then we'll go ahead and give it a fly. Okay, I'm going to do a little flight demo of the Eachine E55. I'm just going to do it in my garage today because it's pretty windy outside, and I need some lighting from the outdoor lights for the video to show up. I tried to fly it indoors and it's just too dark, and I tried to fly it outside and I couldn't control it because the wind was pushing it all over the place. So I'm going to just fly inside the garage where there's no wind and good lighting. So I'm going to use the phone gyro and turn on altitude hold, and you can just use these buttons here on the left and right to launch and land. And as you can see, as you move the phone backwards and left and right, the right stick will start moving, and then you can still use the yaw and the throttle to increase and decrease your height. And go ahead and record some video here and go ahead and launch it. So I'm on the 30% rates right now. Pretty stable. When you yaw, it does lose a little bit of altitude. The 30% rate's pretty docile, and you can make some really big movements with the phone, and it doesn't seem to jerk around much. It's really smooth. has a tendency to yaw to the right. I'm going to trim that out a little bit. Does seem like the altitude hold is okay when you're not yawing, but when you yaw it does drop altitude. It does not recover. Alright, I'm going to bring it out a little bit. Where the wind is, and I don't know if you can hear it, but hopefully I can fly. I'm trying to fly a little bit outside. It's going to be difficult. Bring it out. There's the wind. Altitude hold seems to work pretty well. And the wind's pretty much taking it wherever it wants to go. I don't want it to go that way. I'm going full back and it's not. I'm just going to land it. So the wind's coming from the direction I'm facing currently. Pretty stiff 10-mile-an-hour wind. I was pulling on the stick or the phone all the way back to try and get it to come back to me, and it was just going away. The wind was just taking it wherever, so pretty much not flyable in any kind of windy conditions. You can see the trees. It's pretty windy right now. It's probably a good 10-15 miles an hour. You can probably hear it in the video as well. I'm gonna go back to the garage. So it looks like we got some flashing lights here, which means that the battery is dead and we're not going to launch again. I think that just flying in a normal mode, not headless mode, was fine. Even at 30% rate, I would control it in not so windy conditions, but in windy conditions it's just too hard to control. And of course, you know, you can definitely fly this indoors. It's just I needed better lighting, so I'm flying in the garage. So if you want to fly this in your house, I think it's definitely doable. Anyway guys, it's a neat little product. I like the fact that you can fold up the props and the arms and get down to this small size. So it should be pretty fun if you just want to use your phone. There's a transmitter that's coming out for this as well. It's $10 if you want to use traditional sticks. I think it'll be easier to control than the phone. Everything, even with the using the tilt method on the phone, the gyroscope is a little slow and sluggish in responding. It's still controllable, but I think actually having actual sticks, at least for me, would be better. Anyway guys, hope you liked this little review. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.